like to recall to order. Recall to order the Board of Education meeting of Suffern Central School District for January 7th, 2020. Let the record reflect that the time is 7:52. All board members are present with the exception of Melissa Reamer. Please rise for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. Do we have a student report?
So this week we have the winter concert on Thursday. Next we have the voter registration for seniors on the same day, Thursday. And then the January Regents exams are coming up on the 21st to the 24th. Then we have the 8th grade parent orientation on the 22nd. Then the end of the second quarter is the 24th. Then a PTA meeting on the 27th. And then we have the Breaking the Cycle Assembly on the 28th, which is in line with our social and emotional initiative at Suffern High School. And then finally, the winter concert on the 30th.
A lot of activity. Thank you. Minutes of the regular meeting for December 3rd. Do I have a motion to approve? This is that Mr. Donnelly? Second?
Second.
Mr. McKenzie? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? Motion passes. 1.09, minutes of the special meeting for December 17th, 2019. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Is that Mr. McKenzie?
Yes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Cairns? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Acting Superintendent comments.
I would like to invite from the REACH organization, Gloria Krantz and Marlo Dickman up to present the REACH Grant Awards.
This is just a list of all the teachers that awards.
Okay, then we're not projecting.
Flip the lights. Thanks,
Good evening. My name is Marlo Dickman. Gloria Krantz and I are here tonight on behalf of the REACH Foundation of Rockland. The REACH Foundation is a nonprofit organization that supports innovative, educational, and creative programs that promote leadership, development, academic excellence, and community service within the Suffern Central School District. The REACH Foundation awards grants to educators in the Suffern Central School District, scholarships to graduating seniors of Suffern High School, and we also organize and present the STEAM Expo at Suffern High School, which this year will be held on Saturday, March 7th, 2020. We would like to thank the Board of Education for allowing us to present tonight. The individual educators who were awarded grants from the REACH Foundation for the 2019-2020 school year, so that they can be recognized for their commitment to bringing creative and innovative educational approaches to their students. This year, we received 35 applications in the areas of science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics across the Suffern Central School District. Our budget of $10,000 was supplemented by a $1,000 contribution from the Suffern Retired Teachers Chapter of the Suffern Education Association, which has allowed us to provide even more funding to help our grant recipients achieve their educational goals. We would also like to thank the Suffern Central School District, and in particular Alexis Fibble, Sue Harriet, and Lisa Weber, whose depth of knowledge and experience has been an invaluable resource to us throughout this process.
In total, 25 grant applicants received funding for their proposals, and grants were awarded to every school in the district. Here's a sample of the proposals that REACH funded this year. Suffern High School students will build an art installation that will be on display at the STEAM Expo using PVC pipe to create houses for larger-than-life insects, and also use computers and posters in interactive ways to learn more about them. Middle school students will use coding and virtual reality in combination with literature, math, history, and science to enhance and display their knowledge and help them prepare for real-life situations. Middle schoolers will also learn about the fundamentals of knitting and the role it plays in science, math, and technology. Both middle school and elementary school students will have the use of drones and discover their capabilities. Elementary school students will be able to learn about hydroponic gardening and the role it can play in building a more sustainable environment. Elementary school students will also study the artist Edvard Munch and attempt to replicate his technique in the classroom. In addition, we also have art therapy projects which build upon the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence curriculum that is currently being used in the schools. We are continually amazed and impressed by the proposals that educators in this district bring to us during the grant program. We will now announce the grant recipients for this school year.
From Suffern High School, Tracy Burgess and Amy McKenzie. From Suffern Middle School, Beth Boning, Jen Johnson, Matthew Jones, Connor Mascola, Susan Wicks, and Gail Yodowitz. And from Montebello Elementary School, Eleanor Cerny, Jennifer Cancro, Susan Drystat, Donna Lapatito, and Renee Sullivan.
From Cherry Lane Elementary School, Tara Belto and Nicole McKenzie. Archie Connor Elementary School, Anne Biondi, Margaret DeStasso, Megan Goldfarb, and Patricia Lanise. From Sloatsburg Elementary, Teresa Dolan, Eleni Palagudis, and Brad Solstrom. And from Viola Elementary, Linda Hammond, Bethany Savino, and Ellen Stone. The Suffern Retired Teachers Chapter of the Suffern Education Association has once again contributed to funding a grant, and this year that grant is the Club Maker Corner from Bethany Savino and Ellen Stone. We would like all teachers that have been named to please stand if you're present so that we can recognize and applaud you. Thank you, and we invite everyone to come and see the results at the STEAM Expo this year on Saturday, March 7th at Suffern High School.
Thank you.
Mr. Bach, can I just ask a favor? If the teachers who are here tonight, who are award recipients, and our representatives from REACH, if you can all just please come together and we can take a photograph of all of you together, I would appreciate that. And March 7th. It doesn't take very good pictures.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just to make sure.
I was still in the picture. your belly is anyway.
All right, thank you. Thank
Just on behalf of everybody up here, just again, one more time, how amazed I think we all are by what everybody that just came up here and everybody that's not here tonight, achieves every day and every year with these awards is really something wonderful. So congratulations again to everybody.
you.
Before we go to public participation, there are two quick things. We do have to actually add a resolution, but before that, I realized that I should be introducing somebody new that's sitting at the dais. So I would like to introduce Mr. Steve Schloika, who is our new Assistant Superintendent for Business. We just started second day on the job. So I did just want to give Steve a warm welcome. Thank you for being here. And I'm sure you'll take care of all our money concerns. And all our budgeting. Second, again, we do need to add an action item. This is going to be a resolution, and I would like to make a motion to add this action item, which would wind up being action item number 2.19. I will read the resolution and then I'll ask for a motion and a second. This is a stipulation agreement with an employee. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approves an employment-related agreement with employee number 12172019A, dated January 7th, 2020, as presented to the board at this meeting. Heather, I'll give you a copy of this that can get added to board docs when we're done. Okay? So do I have a motion to add this action item?
Move.
Mr. McKenzie? There's a second?
Second.
Mr. Cairns? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? Okay. Motion passes, so again, this will be action item number 2.19. Moving on from there, 1.11, public participation on action items only. This will be public participation for items that are only on the action item list. Well, I guess it's sort of behind us. To be a half-hour total period of time. Each speaker can have 3 minutes. Please approach the podium if you would like to speak on action items. Okay. Seeing nobody, I will close this portion of the meeting. And we will move to action items. We would like to use a consent agenda unless there are items that need to be pulled. Does anybody have items to pull? No? All right. Well, I'm going to pull 2.18, which is the first reading for the policies. So aside from that, we will use a consent agenda for action items 2.01 through 2.17 and 2.19. Okay. All those in favor, I'm sorry, is there a motion on the consent?
Moved.
Okay, Mr. McKenzie. Second?
Second.
Mr. Shapiro? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? Motion all pass. 2.18, this is the first reading of the policies. So I don't know if there are comments, questions, anything that anybody would like to discuss about the proposed changes in these policies. No? Okay. So everybody is, I guess everybody's content with the changes that are being proposed. The public hasn't spoken about them, so I'm hoping that anybody that read them online is happy with them. Well, you wrote them.
I didn't write them. I've written them.
All right, then we will, then we'll vote to approve the first reading. Is there a motion?
Moved.
Mr. Shapiro. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Nick Pond. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? Motion passes. That will do it for the action items. We'll move down 6.01, board member comments. Anybody? We have no reports tonight, so moving along quick.
Okay. I'd just like to compliment the board for moving forward on LED lighting. We had spoken about that a while ago with regard to putting in solar panels on the roofs and so forth. And the first thing we had to do was LED lighting. That will eventually, when it's installed in the district, save the district approximately 30% of their utility bill, which is a great beginning in terms of really fiscal responsibility in terms of the buildings. Once that's done, the next project should be solar panels for the buildings. And again, you'll increase your savings in terms of your utility costs. So that was a very good decision that came forward. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody?
I just wanted to congratulate all of our REACH recipients. Wonderful job. And to thank Ms. Krantz and Ms. Vigman for their hard work and all the fundraising that they do in order to be able to give these grants out to our teachers and augment our scholastic programs. It's wonderful work by them and excellent work by our teachers. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. David? Good?
Well, I could feel better.
No.
I would just like to thank the policy committee members, myself, Paul, and Don for the work we put in and, trying to get these policies updated and resolved. And I'd also like to thank the PTA for helping us and the union, the SEA, for helping us with certain policies and input. And I think it was an inclusive effort, and I think it's reflective in the policies themselves. So hopefully we can keep going with that momentum and restore policies and get policies up to speed.
Great. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
Oh, not funny. Our next policy meeting is the 21st of January at 4:30. And if you want to come, please do. We have a number of policies that we need to go over, and there are some policies that the state has revised and basically told us you have to adopt these in terms of their new revisions. So if you're interested, come on down. The meetings are here. They start at 4:30. We're a good group, excluding myself. We really would invite any and everyone's opinion.
And you said that's on the 21st of January?
Yes.
So if you're coming for the policy meeting, then you can just stay for the board meeting then. Have a party in Milburn. Okay. Public participation. This is public participation on non-action items, so any district-related business. Period of time will be 30 minutes. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to address the board. Please refrain from mentioning any employees or students in the district. Okay. Seeing as there are no participants, we will close this portion of the meeting and move to closing comments. Acting Superintendent.
So I would concur that the policy committee meetings have been very collaborative and very open and have really benefited from the input from the community members who've joined us. So I echo those sentiments. I'd like to thank the REACH Foundation for all that they do for our students and thank the teachers for taking advantage of the opportunities provided by them. STEAM Expo is one of my favorite days of the year. And I can't wait to see it again this year and to see all the projects in the classrooms as the year goes on. So thank you all. We had a wonderful event last Friday night, Women in Sports Day, which was an opportunity for the high school female sports teams, varsity athletes, to share their passion and love of their sports with youngsters from our community. It was well attended. We changed the format a bit this year, had it in the gym. It was really, really fun. And then followed by the girls basketball team. So I want to thank everyone who was involved in that. And I think we definitely have some young Mounties looking forward to pursuing their sports in their later years. We had two LOHUD players, two candidates for LOHUD Player of the Week this week. I hope everyone got their votes in. Jared Peckman for hockey after the big hockey win the other night over Don Bosco, and Cleb Lubin from the basketball team. I think they had a couple big wins over vacation. So I think those results usually come out tomorrow. So good luck to both of them. As Mikey mentioned, the high school concerts are continuing this month, and our K2 concerts, which take place during the day in our buildings, will start tomorrow morning, I think. So that's always an exciting time of year. We get to see our most accomplished musicians in the evenings and our budding musicians in the mornings. So I look forward to many of those.
All right. Thank you very much. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn back to executive. For those keeping score at home, we have the last item, which was number 7 on the executive agenda, which was read when we opened the meeting several hours ago. We have to go back to the last item. We didn't want to keep everybody waiting for REACH. So can I have a motion to adjourn back to executive?
Moved.
Mr. Cairns? Second?
Second.
Mr. McKenzie? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any abstentions? Any nays? Thank you. Meeting is adjourned. Oh, yeah, and we do not anticipate coming back down. No, I just want to let